Let's talk about Fast Food Nation. I was a big fan of the book, and now they're turning it into a movie. And this is, of course, about the fast food industry. And I understand you have some experience working in the fast food industry. Is that the case?
That's true. I made Whoppers for about a year.
You made Whoppers?
Yeah.
Was this something you did at Burger King or just on your own? You just you made counterfeit Whoppers.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, look, I made a Whopper. You want it?
No, I actually worked at Burger King for a while.
How old were you when this was going on?
Junior in high school.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, back then it was have it your way at Burger King.
Yeah, that was the big thing, is that they would customize the Whopper for whatever you wanted.
Not at my Burger King. At my Burger King, you got it exactly the way I wanted a Whopper. You know, there was no lettuce, no tomato, no onions, just cheese and ketchup.
So people would come up to the counter and they would say, here's my Whopper,
Extra
and I want
pickles,
this.
no onions, and they got it with cheese and ketchup.
You'd be listening and be like, yeah, that sounds perfect. It's going to be perfect. And then you just do what you wanted.
Exactly. It was, and I would sign my initials with the ketchup because you had these great bottles, you know, that you could make designs with.
Right.
That was fun. But you know, the real...
I don't think they love this at Burger King Central.
I was not a prized employee. I
Right.
never made Employee of the Month.
Right.
But the worst thing about it, you know, is that they, when you make the Whopper, you know, they say flame broiled.
It is flame broiled.
Yeah,
it's got like the grill marks on
exactly.
it.
Well, let me speak to you about those grill marks. Is they come in these giant frozen, like they look like a giant roll of coins.
Yes.
You know, and you like chip one off.
Right.
And then you put it in the little machine that is like a toaster, and it burns the grill marks onto the frozen patty. Right? Then you take the frozen patty and you stick it in the microwave and you cook it.
No!
And that is flame broiled.
No, there's some grill marks right there. I always thought they took it in the back and they put it on a grill and they tenderly...
Yeah. No.
So that's like spray painted on.
Yeah, I really thought that should be in the movie, but it didn't make it in.
Well, it made it here on TV, and now we're all being sued. Hi, Coke. Listen. So that's incredible, but it still tasted good. You got to give it that.
No, it doesn't. Oh
my God!
Stuff is so bad.
I disagree completely. It's an amazing burger. I think everything made by a big corporation is delicious.
Yeah.
Now, I want to speak to something closer to home, which is I want to just mention your brother, who is a Green Beret, and he's in Iraq right now.
He's in Iraq right now, so we should wish all of them happy Thanksgiving.
God bless him and everyone else.
Yeah.
That's intense.
It's very
anyone,
intense.
to be anybody, and I will say anybody who's over there is doing an incredible service. Green Beret, I've always heard there's a special kind of toughness that you need to be a Green Beret.
Yeah.
He is?
I mean, it comes as no surprise to me that he would be a Green Beret.
What was he like growing up?
Well, when he was about 13, he built in our basement a working crossbow. Okay, yeah. You know,
really?
Yeah, out of like pieces of metal. No, I'm telling you, this crossbow could shoot an arrow into a tree.
How did he even learn to do that?
Little books, you know.
Right, right.
He had these like little books, and he would collect feathers walking home from school, and he would take a razor blade and slice them in the middle, and he would, you know, take saliva and stick them to the end of the bolts, and he would.
He made the arrow as well as the bow.
He made it all handmade.
Right.
So you know, we'd go camping, and you know, there'd be a storm, and he could jerry rig hammocks so we wouldn't get wet, and so
carve out like an antelope, and you'll get inside and. He sounds like the kind of guy who you'd go camping, and I'd be like opening the bag of marshmallows, like, let's make s'mores, and he'd disappear and come back 6 days later, you know, covered in like with blood on his face, you know.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you this: he's the type of guy that if you had to be stationed in Iraq, you would want him as your commanding officer.
Yeah.
Because he's a terrific person.
Well, good for him. Yeah. That's astounding. When was the last time you saw him? Does he get home often? This summer?
He was in Afghanistan for 6 months, and he was home for 6 months, and now he's in Iraq.
What's his attitude towards what you do for a living? I mean, how does...
Mockery.
Mockery, yeah.
No, his whole thing, he's a very good-looking guy, you know, so his whole thing was, I don't understand why you're in movies. I've always been better looking than you, and now I have to work for a living, and you don't, and you're the lesser, you know, so, I mean, you know.
It's like you're talking to him about some movie you made, and he's listening, and then an owl flies by, and he's like...
No, he does... In movies like Training Day, you know, I tell him I'm doing this cop movie.
And
he's like, all right, listen, just hold the gun like a normal person. None of this shoot. None of shooting like this.
Yeah, right,
you know,
right.
my friends will. I'll never hear the end of it if you do that stuff.
That's the thing in movies is that actors come up with cool ways to like try and shoot a gun or two guns at the same time, flying through the air like twisted like that.
Yeah.
And you know that there are Green Berets watching like, what? You can't.
If it was a real gun, the casing would be hitting you in the face. But
now, I want to bring up something that I know you're very fascinated with, which is Star Wars. I know you're a huge. I've read this about you. You're a big Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of Star Wars fans out there, but
made fun of.
Oh no, not making fun of you.
Do I have a compatriot in my?
Oh God, no. No, I like Star Wars. I don't really know it. You know, I'm not one of those guys that really knows it. But they're great movies. I don't.
Okay.
There's some guys, like there's a guy on our staff who knows everything. I mean, he's memorized all of the movies. He knows all the minutia.
Where's Padme? Does he do? Does he walk? All right, I lost you.
No, you didn't. I respect it. You know, I'm into different things. You know.
Do you think I would get it? That was like, consider that my audition.
That's right.
Like, do you think, would you cast me?
Yeah.
You went that way. I didn't believe that.
You're going to me.
The camera catch that. That was.
You can play
in slow-mo.
Or
yeah.
You know, I don't know enough to. But of course, you're a great actor. I think you'd be terrific in that. Now they say that they're done. That there are going to be no more Star Wars movies. But then there was apparently people say originally there were supposed to be 9.
Yeah.
If there were to be more Star Wars movies, how important would it be for you to be in one?
How important?
Yeah,
like on a scale of 1 to 10? I mean, would I commit suicide? What do you mean? Like,
if you committed suicide, you wouldn't get to be in a movie.
It would be very important to me.
It would be very. You would love.
Very important to me.
What kind of role would you? What would be your dream role on Star Wars?
Well, it would be to be one of the Wookiees.
You'd want to be a Wookiee. That's nice.
Yeah, Chewbacca was always my favorite. You know, he was there with Han Solo, and he always had Han's back.
Yeah. So to do that, to be a Wookiee, to play maybe even Chewbacca or Chewbacca's friend would be cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to play Chewbacca because I don't think I would want the same actor, you know, to continue on with his portrayal.
Right.
I would like to be maybe Chewbacca's buddy.
Yeah, like Bubaka.
His best friend or something like that.
Right.
Maybe, you know, there could be a little subplot about 2 Wookiees. You know,
a romantic weekend, you know. Things get crazy. Well, you know what? I heard this about you. I heard that you were a big Chewbacca fan. It is Thanksgiving. You're a good sport to come and join us on this special holiday show. So I've arranged to have Chewbacca come out and give you a hug.
Really?
Right now. Let's get him out here. This is is in theaters now. The Coast of Utopia opens Monday at the Vivian Beaumont Theater at Lincoln Center. Ethan Hawke, you're a good man. I'll be right back, Jim.